Craig Cohen 87 here for episode 64 of the Iron Den. Today is going to be my favorite day of the week, chest day, with some shoulders at the end, and I'll try to do some abs at the end. What's been happening the last couple of times I've done abs, I I go to record it, I set up my camera, and then on about the third rep, I give up because I start spasming like crazy in the abdomen, like the muscles just crunch up, and I give up, and I end up not using it for the. I end up not putting it in the video. So I think I might do a very, very easy exercise, like cable pull downs with light weight, and then work my way up as much as I can go. I mean, my abs are looking pretty good. I do a ton of core during back movements. Generally, when you're doing like pull-ups, you're using your core to stabilize. When you do pull downs, you're using your core to stabilize. Really, rows, you're using your core to stabilize. But I'm not isolating it. And I want to isolate it a bit. Although I think training your abs is very overrated in general. Having a six-pack is really what matters is how much fat you have, not really how much muscle you have. Building up the muscle will just make your six-pack like bigger. But if you want it shredded and diced, that's all body composition. And I know I'm going to be shredded on stage, so it's not a big deal to me. And you don't want to work out. I don't like seeing people work out their obliques or anything on the side, because all it's going to do is thicken you up. And you want to be small at your waist. You want that to be a very small, because the smaller your waist is, the wider your lats are going to look, and the wider your shoulders are going to look, and the thicker your arms are going to look. Because remember, bodybuilding is an illusion. And it's about making certain things bigger and certain things smaller, and they work together to give you that big V shape, that wide V shape, which is what we're going for. Well, we're really going for the X, because we want the thick legs, the thick quads, and then they taper down to your knees, and then your quads, and at your feet. So, but I want to do a little bit of abs, because I want them to be strong enough to be able to handle a lot of weights and not get hurt. And I don't want every other muscle in my upper body or lower body to be that far ahead of my core muscles. So for that reason, I do want to do some abs. But even if I only get one really good set per week, I'm happy with that. Like a good set till failure, where I can't do any more and it's burning and I feel it for days. I mean, 2 exercises, 3 sets each would be ideal, so 6 sets a week. And that could be 3 sets of leg raises and 3 sets of cable pull downs. I really like the cable pull downs. I think I'm going to do cable pull downs today. It'll be the last thing. It'll be late at night. And we'll see how far I can get. As for the chest, I'm going to try to just duplicate what I did last week. Last week I used 105-pound dumbbells. I want to say I got 11 or 12. But whatever I got, yeah, the goal is to not do less. There won't be any PRs for a few weeks. There probably won't be any more PRs until after the show, because my weight's already peaked at 241.8. Now I'm down to 235.8. And my food is stabilized, but like I said, I've tapered down a lot of the stuff I've been taking. I'm just cruising. I want to get my body as healthy as possible before I start prep, because during prep, that's when I'm going to start ramping things up again. But it'll be in a calorie deficit. So when I'm in the calorie deficit, I'm not going to get stronger. But the goal will be to maintain, but I want to maintain as much muscle mass as possible. So the more muscle mass I maintain, the more of my, let's call them numbers in the gym, I'm going to maintain. They're linked. How strong you are is connected to how much muscle you have on your body. Now, obviously, there are other factors like energy, sleep, comfort level, time of the day. Like, there are different other factors, but generally speaking, how much muscle you have dictates how strong you are. It's really not any more complicated than that. And in a calorie deficit, you do lose a little bit of muscle. That's very normal to happen, but The goal is to lose as little muscle as possible, and I think I could do a lot better than I've been doing the last couple of years, where I lost a ton of muscle training as a natty. So I'll be using, let's just say, getting a little help in the pharmaceutical world, and that should be able to keep my muscles the same size. They won't grow because I'm going to be in a calorie deficit, right? You can't make something grow if you're giving it less than what it needs to sustain itself. But in theory, I'll be able to burn like almost all fat and drop a ton of water, more water than I've ever dropped before. It's going to be really good. Hopefully, I'm like 209 pounds on show day or the day before show day, and my shoulders are just as wide as they are now. But I'm 26 pounds lighter, and all that 26 pounds is fat. I mean, just imagine what that'll look like. And then put the tan on top of that, and then put the peak on top of that, put the lights on top of that, get a little pump going on top of that, and I'll drink a little honey and salt just before I get on stage to get the veins to pop. Well, the salt would be to prevent cramping, and the honey would be to get the veins going, because the sugar hitting the body is going to get the veins to pop. We'll talk more about that later as we get closer to the show. But right now I'm going to head to the gym. I should be there in about 40 minutes. First exercise will be, what is that called? Pec deck. I love the pec deck. The pec deck is an excellent chest exercise. Now, it's not as good as a press, but a press you can get injured on. You can't really get injured on a pec deck. At least, I don't know. I've never been injured on a pec deck. Maybe one of you guys have been injured on a pec deck, or ladies. You could mention that in the comments. But a pec deck is a pretty safe way to warm up the muscle to maximum. And then once it's warmed up to maximum, then you can go heavy with the weights. And I do plan on hitting 105s, 105-pound dumbbells. All right, that's enough for now. See you in the gym. All right, let's do this shit. First big movement of the day, besides my warm-up, of course. 190 pounds I got for 11 reps last week. So my goal is 12 reps. 12 solid quality reps. I'm going to emphasize that stretch at the back, and then try to straighten out my arms as I go forward to emphasize as much pec as possible, but I'm not going to hold it here. I'm only going to hold it here. All right. Let's do this shit. Ooh. Ooh. Get the chest out. Open up nice and slow. Control, control. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, my chest is being built at the bottom. 4, not at the top. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, slow. All right, well, I lost a rep, but that's okay. 1 minute 30 starts now. All right, time for set number 2. My microphone didn't work on that first set. I got it up and running now. I got 190 per 10, so I did lose a rep, but that was a pretty good effort. My chest is killing me. I'm gonna go 100. I want double digits. All right, let's do this shit. One. I want to feel it in the pec. 2. 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ah, that wasn't till failure. Yeah, that microphone's really pissing me off. Anyways, be back in a minute 22. All right, time for a third and final. I'm gonna stick with the 100 pounds since I didn't hit failure. And just a quick note on that last set when I said that the microphone not working for the first set bothered me, it did. But that's what a loser sounds like in the gym. It doesn't matter how many years you've been training or what your physique looks like, the loser is always gonna come out at you at some point. You gotta catch it and fucking grab it by the throat. This is gonna be a failure set. Let's do this shit. One. There we go, that's good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm on fire. 11, 12. 3 more. 13, 14. Slow. Ooh. Yes. That was a good set. Let's go hit something else. All right, time for the top set of incline dumbbell press. Last week, I got 105 for 11 reps. Realistically, I'd be happy with 10. I'm not as strong as I was last week. There's a little bit more power coming off. But if I could hit 10 really good ones, I'd be very happy with that. It's still in the double digits. All right. Let's do this shit. Ooh. Let's get that back worked. 1, 2, control the negative. 3, all the way down. 4, so far so good. 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. No. Whew. Ooh. I'm happy with that effort. I think next week it'll be time to come down a little bit. All right, minute 30 starts now. Time for the second and final. I got 70 for 10 last week. So I think I got 10 in me. Still a 25-pound drop each. Let's see what I got in the tank. Ooh. 1, control the negative. 2, slight pause at the bottom. 3, that's where the muscle is, at the bottom. 4, 5, hold in the stretched position. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh. All right, 12 reps, pretty good. My endurance is still there. I'm just missing a little bit of my top end, but that's okay. That's to be expected. All right, time for the top set of flat dumbbells. Last week, I got 90-pound dumbbells for 12 reps. You know, I think I can do 12. I like the flat dumbbell. It's much easier than the incline. The range of motion's a lot easier, and the angle is more advantageous. All right. Because I'm not lifting the weight as over my head as I am over my chest. Okay, so I want 12. See what I got. Ooh. 1, control the negative all the way down. Pause. 2, pause. 3, pause. 4. Now I'm feeling it. 5. I don't care how many reps I get. It's about how much muscle fiber I break down. 6. Slow. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. Slow negative. Deep stretch. Oh yeah. Whew. 11 reps. Really happy with that. 90 seconds begins now. All right, second and final. Last week I got 60-pound dumbbells for 13 reps. But I can tell you right now, last week the Backstreet Boys weren't playing. So I'm gonna destroy 13 reps. All right, let's do this shit. Ooh. 1. Pause. 2. Pause. 3. Pause. 4. I want to hold myself accountable. 5. 6. It feels like the first rep. 7. There's something missing in my... 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. One more. One more. 15. I'll take that all day and night. Let's go hit some dips. Right, some weighted dips. Now last week I got a 40-pound plate, a 40-pound dumbbell for 10 reps. That was 9 reps. So I'm gonna go down to 35 and see what I got. All right. This is where the muscle is on the first set. This is the one I gotta kill. All the way down, baby, all the way down. Oh, hold it. 1. Hold it. 2. Hold it. 3. Hold it. 4. 5. 6. Oh my God. 7. 8. 9. 10. Whew. Not bad. Could have been better. 90 seconds begins now. Second and final. Let's see what I got body weight. Same as last time, 10 plus. One, 2, 3, 4. Slow. 5. Slow negative. Pause. 6. 7. Ooh, yeah. 8. 9. Oh, yeah. Ugh. All right, I'll take 9. Let's see what else is next. All right, time for a marathon set. I'm going to do 3 sets of shoulder press, but only take a 30-second break between each set, which is more of a glorified rest pause. You know that. I'm going to start with 60s, go to 27.5, and then go to 15. I would hit 30s, but they're taken, but that's not a big deal. More reps, I guess. I want to finish off these shoulders. Let's do this in one take. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Back straight. Ooh, slow. All the way down. Pause. 1. Control the negative. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 2 more. 11. 30 seconds begins now, which barely gives me a drink. We'll call that an ugly 10. All right, time for some 27.5. My goal is 1 more rep, time's up. All right. These are light, but my shoulders are toast. 1. Yeah, they're already on fire. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Oh my God. 7. 8. 9. 10. Ugh, I gave up too early. Whew. I got 10. "17 seconds. All right, down to 15. That's how many I have in the tank. 5 seconds. My God, it's gonna be hard to lift these dumbbells up. Well, remember, I want it to be hard. The harder, the better. 1. They feel so light. 2. 3. 4. 5. I actually can't get it lower than this. This is completely dropped. 6. 7. 8. Oh my God. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. Ah! Very good. Very happy with that. All right. Time to do some reverse flies. Now, last week I got 150 for 10, but I know I'm weaker this week, so I'm not going to attempt 150. I want to keep it in the double digits. I'm going to go with 135. But I should hit more than 10. But again, I'm not going to sacrifice quality for quantity. You know how it is. Hard work pays off. Cutting corners, well, that's not where the muscle gains are. 1. Control the negative. Keep my shoulders down. 2. Straight arm, big circle. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. One more. One more. No. Was that 11 or 12? I lost count. I think that was 11. All right, 60 seconds begins now. All right, second and final, down to 100 pounds. Now, last week I only got 8 reps. I think I could do better than that. Let's see if I'm right. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Slow, slow. Oh. Ooh, I beat it. 10 reps. What do I have left? I'm not sure. All right, It's time for a superset. I'm going to do some side laterals with the dumbbells and then some upright cable rows. Back to back. See what I got in the tank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, control the negative, 13, 14, ooh, 14's good enough. 1, 2, nice and slow. 3, full extension. 4, 5, 6, oh my God, I'm on fire. 7, 8, 9, and oh yeah. 90 seconds begins. Not yet. Now. All right, second set. Down to 15-pound dumbbells. Nice and slow. My shoulders are toast already, so this is just adding fuel to the fire. 1, 2. Nice and high. 3, 4. Research shows the higher the better. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, let's see what I got in the tank. This is going to be ugly. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'll call it there. All right, let's try to do some abs. All right, I'm gonna film my warm-up because I may not get past the warm-up. So this is basically half a stack, 52.5 pounds. Let's see how many I can do. All the way open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, that wasn't bad. Now that obviously wasn't a failure. And obviously that was going a little bit fast, but again, the point of that was just a warm-up. So I got 52.5 for a warm-up. I'm happy with that. My abs are a little sore, but they're not so sore that they're locking up on me. So I think now I'll do the whole stack and see how that goes. I don't really need to rest. Well, I probably do, but I'm not going to. So this may be my only set that I do. All right, don't need a break. Let's do this. All right, the whole stack, 97.5 pounds, which is kind of meaningless because the weight's different on every machine. All right, full open. 1, 2, nice and controlled. 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to go to failure. 6. I can feel my abs are tender. 7, 8. 2 more. 9, 10. Ooh. Yeah, that felt pretty great. I think I'll rest for a minute and go a minute and 30 and go back, starting now. All right, after some posing, no second set of crunches, my abs started locking up immediately. I'll discuss that more later. All right, do some relaxed poses. Not bad, only slightly out of breath. Let's do that again. Alright, so that was my best yet. We'll finish this up in the car. Alright, it's time to go over what was a very mixed workout, I would say. Let's face it, my power is going down. I was down on everything across the board, and I felt good, and it was a chest workout, my favorite workout. So that's a thing. My effort was very good. I'm happy with that. I think I definitely took most of the sets as far as I could take them, and I think in the end that's the most important thing. As for the abs, I got that one warm-up set, and then I went right to the full stack, and the full stack felt fine. I stopped at 10. I had a bit more in the tank, but it was getting hard. And then the plan was to do another set, but as soon as I turned the camera off and I got up, it immediately started locking up. My core started locking up, kind of like a muscle spasm that doesn't want to let go, but they're really bad in the abs. So I basically stopped there. It was very mild, and I was able to get past it. Had I done another set, I'd be there for 10 minutes trying to straighten it out. Then I did the posing. Very happy with the posing. I think at this point right now, my posing is the most important thing. Most of the muscle I'll be bringing to the show has been put on me now. Now what I'll have to do is remove the fat and obviously get rid of all this acne, which I'm in the process of doing. I notice my skin is getting drier and that the Accutane is working, but it's going to take months and months to fully clear up. It'll probably be September or October before it's hardly noticeable, but it definitely takes months, and I'm not taking it every day. I'm taking it every other day, because to try to avoid as many side effects as I can, because Accutane is a very strong, hard drug. It's hard on the liver. It's probably harder than most of the steroids, if I'm being honest. And so I'm taking it every other day, but I can definitely feel it working. There's no question about it. So I'm on that path, and that's the important path I need to take. I'm probably going to take a little sun this summer, not too much. My coach doesn't want me like sunbathing. He thinks it'll dry me out too much. And if my skin's dried out too much, it becomes like powdery and there's like skin breaking off of it, and you don't want that. So again, the goal isn't to look great today. The goal isn't to look great tomorrow or next week. The goal is to look great on show day on October 19th. So I basically sacrificed the whole year so I could look good for one day. That's what bodybuilding is. And I've accepted that, and I want that. I agree with that. And I'm going to stick to that plan. As for my power coming down, yeah, it's going to be coming down. That's normal. My weight's dropping. I'm 235.8. It's funny because I'm still eating the exact same amount of calories. So on my leg day, my refeed day, that'll be like 4,800 and change. All the other training days are 4,500 and change, and my rest days are 4,200 and change. So, I mean, that's pretty high, I would say. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it. My low day is 4,200 calories and change. A lot of people can't even touch that. It's hard for them to eat, but I have a big appetite, so I have no problem eating it. I can eat 5,000 7 days a week easily if I wanted to. But again, I don't want to put on fat. I want muscle and low fat, and that's a process. So yeah, so that's where I am with that. Happy with the posing. Like I said, the training itself went very well, and I'm only like a rep down or a couple rep downs here. The second and third set, I'm able to make up ground, but it's really that top set that's the really most important thing. If my top set's is not my top set, it doesn't really matter with the second and third one. The second and third sets are just gravy. You're just adding fuel to the fire. Anything you may have missed, you're just basically crossing your T's and dotting your I's. But that very first set, that's the set you have to do like 90%. You're doing 90% of your hypertrophy. It's when you're fresh and you're lifting the most amount of weight. And lifting heavy weight is very important, because the size of the muscle is proportionate to how heavy the weight you're lifting. That's just a law of nature. The bigger the muscle, the stronger it is. The stronger it is, the more weight you could lift. With control, of course. You don't want to utilize momentum, because if you're utilizing momentum and it's going fast and bouncing, you're just cheating. So you have to be very honest with yourself. Bodybuilding is all about negotiating with yourself. It's about negotiating yourself with meal prep, in the gym, picking weights, picking reps, picking sets, picking exercises, picking... I had another good one. Yeah, negotiating when you're going to eat, how much you're going to eat. Like, there's so many things involved. Going to bed is a big negotiation, you know. Do I want to stay up versus what time do I have to get up? Making sure you're getting your 8 hours of sleep. Remember, if you're not sleeping well, you're not growing, because most of your muscle grows when you sleep. I'm sure you've heard me say this a million times, but I'll say it again, and I'm going to keep saying it, because I need to hear it too. But anyways, I think I'll leave us there. Thank you very much for watching. And I have nothing clever to say at the end of this video, so I'll just leave you with a peace out.